I had a really interesting message come through this morning when I was meditating around Uranus retrograde. Uranus has been in Taurus for the last 7 years or so. So, wherever you have Taurus in your chart, have a look. That's where Uranus has been. When Uranus comes through a sign, it obviously has a long time to come through. But by the time it comes to the anaretic degrees, those last 27, 28, 29, those like pivotal last changes, degrees before it moves into the next sign, that is where we suddenly like look back over the last 7 years and go like, holy shit, like how much changed. For me, I, as an Aquarius rising, I had Uranus in my fourth. I moved so many times. I bought and sold so many houses. So much home stuff changed, including my inner home, the relationship with my family, the relationship just with my chosen family. Everything changed. And then in April, May, June, that is when shit hit the ground running. Is that the right? It's not shit hit the fan, but like major things all started coming into place that really needed the last 7 years of work that Uranus did to be able to do what happened in April, May, June. July 7th, Uranus moved into Gemini just to the first degree, but we had these 2 little months of understanding what Uranus in Gemini is going to feel like. Very probably kind of technology driven, very communicative. Major shifts are going to change. I'm going to talk more about what Uranus in Gemini is going to feel like. But it just came into that first degree station retrograde, and now going back over the border back into Taurus, which it just did a few weeks ago, to clean up and do the last bits of things in Taurus, this grounded, earthy energy, before moving forward for good into Gemini, this airy, like cognitive, thinking, action kind of oriented sign. With Uranus retrograde, it doesn't always mean that those shifts and changes keep happening on the outside. They could, but there's a really huge piece here around inner shift, inner change, like retrogrades bringing one inward. And I was thinking on this in my meditation, or trying not to think, but it was coming up for me to look at when I was doing my meditation. Because home has changed so much for me, just the definition of it, the definition of safety. And as I was going through this process this morning, it was kind of dawning more and more around how much I have, just with my own history, believed that home is a bit unstable. The home that I've created as an adult has been incredibly unstable. And what has been so vastly brought home to roost, no pun intended, has been how much home is within me, how much I am in control of my stability, my foundation that I get to create for the rest of my life. And so there's this question that came up around Uranus and all the changes it brings. And sometimes we can get just so, oh, I'm so bright again, aren't I? Oh dear. Okay, just hold on a second. Let's try that. We're so used to Uranus bringing great change to the point where a lot of us can be quite nervous about Uranus, nervous about the change it brings. A lot of us don't love change. Wherever you have Taurus in your chart, whatever house that is, and the themes, whether it's yourself, your finances, your siblings, your home, your joy and creativity, your body, your daily grind, your partnerships, your karmic partnerships and shared finances, your beliefs and your philosophies, your career, your public facing life, your hopes and dreams and groups, or your inner self, that inner psyche, inner hidden realms. Whichever one of those houses that Taurus is for you, has there been a shift in suddenly feeling like you're ready to step into a form of stability within those themes that are coming up for you in a way that maybe terrified you before? In a way that didn't feel congruent to your health, didn't feel congruent to you being who it is that you are authentically. And how uncomfortable is that making you at this point, leaning into this entirely new version of self? Because so many astrologers and so many of us, and me included, are talking about Uranus just being this thing that everyone is opposing from Scorpio, it felt like I just wanted to talk quickly about Uranus and the fact that there is a focus that we can have. There is a focus and theme and story that Uranus is cleaning up for us at this point if we are just to meditate on Uranus. It is such a privilege to have a great awakener like Uranus in our charts. This planet who wants to come through and show us the way that we can revolutionize our life. And so where is it showing up in your chart? And where are you feeling this revolution in your life? Where it's not so much the pieces now are already in place. It's not so much those pieces being put in place anymore. They're there. And now the revolution is us understanding that we're safe within that new space, that we're safe to be ourselves here. That this is the new way forward. Let me know how this resonates for you, and I'll talk to you soon.